Glad you could join us again this week. Last week we talked about Abraham. I hope you had a chance to do some of the fun activities we had available for you online. If you haven't had a chance to do that yet, they're still there. Just go to the church's website. And as always, in all of our stories that we've had so far, a lot happens between the story we read last week and the story we're going to read this week. So I hope you get a chance to go back and read some of that and fill in some of the blanks. This week we're going to talk about Joseph and his brothers. Could there be some sibling rivalry there? Why don't you guys go grab your Bibles and we'll all find out together. Chapter 3, Joseph, from slave to deputy Pharaoh. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. He appointed them to be saved in keeping with his promise. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Abraham and his son Isaac and Isaac's son Jacob all listened to God and followed him. They were not perfect people, but they were God's chosen people. Over the years, they had many hardships and challenges, but God stood by them even in their toughest times. God had a great plan for his nation. His presence and his power were with his people every step of the way. The favorite son. When Abraham's grandson Jacob grew up, he had many sons, but Jacob loved one son more than all the others, his son Joseph. To show his love for Joseph, Jacob made him a special gift, a beautiful coat of many colors. This made Joseph's brothers very jealous. They didn't like their father playing favorites. Listen to the dream I had, Joseph told his brothers one morning. We were binding sheaves of grain when suddenly my sheaf stood straight up. Then your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it. Joseph's brothers were annoyed at the story. Are you saying that we will bow down to you someday? The brothers grew even angrier. Then one day, Jacob sent Joseph out to visit his brothers who were in the fields tending the sheep. When they noticed Joseph coming, they saw a chance to get rid of the younger brother they hated so much. The brothers grabbed Joseph, ripped off his beautiful coat, and threw him into a dry well. Soon, a caravan of camels and merchants came by on its way to Egypt. I've got an idea, said one of the brothers. Let's sell Joseph to these men. The brothers took Joseph out of the well and sold him to the merchants for 20 shekels of silver. Then they grabbed his coat, dipped it in animal blood, and took it to their father. Father, they cried, look what we found. Jacob knew the robe belonged to Joseph. Jacob was heartbroken, believing the boy he loved so much was dead. For many years, Jacob mourned and wept for his son. God's message for this story is, when you feel your heart is broken, I will dry your tears. When you feel afraid, I will whisper words of courage in your ear. No matter where you go, I am with you. Nothing can separate you from my love. I am your God, and you are my child. That was an amazing story. And just as I suspected, there was some sibling rivalry going on there. Do you ever experience that with your brothers and sisters if you have them? Everyone does to some extent. I myself have 5 brothers and sisters, and Jack has 3 brothers and sisters. And here are their pictures, and I can guarantee you growing up, there were definitely some disagreements going on. But fortunately, nothing to the extent of what Joseph experienced with his brothers. And the nice thing is, now that we're all grown up, we get along fine. If you've got brothers and sisters, do something nice for them. Don't let them know you're doing it. Just do something nice. If you don't have brothers and sisters, reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Just reach out, say hello, check and see how they're doing. It can be a grandparent, it can be an aunt or uncle, best friend, friend from school, anybody that you want to talk to. I hope you enjoyed this week's activities that we'll have available online again. And finally, I'd like to recognize all of our friends that are moving up from kindergarten to first grade and everybody that is moving up from sixth grade to middle school in the fall. We just want to wish you guys the best. We're very excited for all you guys that are moving up. The kindergartners that will be moving up to first grade in the fall are Elizabeth, Sawyer, Allie, Kyle, Gabby, Mallory, Grant, Camden, Grayson, and Cooper. We know you guys are going to have a great year. It might be a little bit different than what you've had in the past, but nevertheless, it's going to be so much fun. You're going to have a lot of new first experiences. The kids that are moving on up from 6th grade to middle school this year are Connor, Wyatt, Cooper, Olivia, Seth, Sydney, and Charlotte. We've enjoyed the last 3 years with you guys. We're going to miss having you in our class, and I have a special message for you.
4th, 5th, and 6th grade class. I know this has been a different year, and we haven't been able to be together. Under that, we've really missed having you in our class. Hope everyone's doing well. Again, we've really enjoyed while you were in the class. Special note too are 6th graders that are getting ready to move up into the 7th grade and junior high. Going to be moving up with Monica and Bob. But I know they're going to do a great job with you, leading you forward. We couldn't have asked for a better group of 6th graders in our class. Hate to see you go, but glad to see that you are moving on. Never be afraid to reach out. If you have a question, we'll always be there for you. And I hope you're able to enjoy the rest of your summer.
Again, Jack and I have really enjoyed having you in our class, and don't forget, we're always here for you no matter what you're doing. We hope you get involved in Some Life. There's all kinds of great activities that Monica and Bob are planning. So this summer, go to the website and check out the Some Life activities that Monica and Bob have planned for you. Now, as a special treat for all of our friends that are moving up, follow me outside. Yeah, in honor of all the kids that came to Crossroads Sunday School this year, and in recognition of all the kids that are moving up from kindergarten to 1st grade and 6th grade to middle school, don't forget that God's with you every step of the way. He's got a plan for you, and remember, He said, I am your God and you are my people. So don't be afraid to spread your wings as soar as high as you can.